Hey guys, my name is Derek Duga and I'm a service tech here at Primeaux RV. Today I want to go over the Wildwood 27 RKSS with you. So let's get started. Right here on the front, you have an electric jack. On the front of it, you have a light, which will help you hook up at night. Right here on this side, controls you up and down. If something would ever happen with this jack, this piece right here, which is located and you pass through storage, you put it here on the top, and this will allow you to pick the jack up and down manually. Moving on, right here is your LP bottles. On this one, you do not have a switch over, so you need to put one bottle on at a time, because if you have both bottles on, what it does, it'll draw both bottles, and once you're out of propane. So you need to put one bottle on. Once you run out and you turn it off, put the other bottle on. That way you'll know you only have one tank left. Right here located is your 12-volt battery. This is a marine grade, but it is not service free. You do have to open the tops, and still check your water. Make sure you have water in the batteries for it to charge. So here you have a door. This is your pass-through compartment in the front, which is also connected from under your bed. You can get to your bed from underneath, and I'll show y'all once we get on the inside. Here's where you're gonna hook up your city water. So once you get there and hook up, you would run your water hose from their hose here, and that will give you water to your camper. Here's where you're gonna hook up your sewer hose. So on this side is your black pool, that's your toilet. This side is your gray tank pool. And on here, you're gonna have two gray tank pools. So here is gonna be your bathroom, your sink, and your shower. You're also gonna have a gray pool located in the back. That's gonna be the galley, which will be your kitchen. So one thing you don't wanna do is once you get set up, you can open your two grays and let those empty all weekend long. But you don't want the black tank to be dry. So you wanna keep that one closed. You wanna watch the gauge on the inside. Once you're full, you wanna come out, pull it, dump it, and then close it back. And then always add a little bit of water again to use it for next time. You never want to leave your black tank dry. That way no toilet paper or anything will stick to the bottom. One good little trick that I like to tell the customers is, if you're camping and you know you're leaving on the Sunday morning, okay, the Saturday evening before you take your showers, come outside and close your gray tanks. That way, the Sunday morning when you're leaving, when you dump your black tank, you close it, and then you can open your grays, and it'll at least rinse the big stuff out of your hose to help a little easier cleanup. You also have here located toward the back is another gray pool. So you're actually gonna have 3 gray pools and 1 black. But what it does is, this one allows you to dump your galley without dumping your bathroom, sink, and shower. So what it does, it cuts you off from the shower and the sink and the galley to where you can control which one you dump. So you actually have 1 black and you're gonna have 3 grays to pull. So on the back side, this is where the 3rd gray pool is that I was telling you about. It's gonna be here, and that's the one that's gonna control your galley, which is the sink in your kitchen. So here's where you're gonna hook up your cable or your satellite. So once you get there and hook up, the left side would be your cable, which would feed the whole camper. And also on the right side is your satellite. So whichever one you're running is where you would plug. Here is your power cord. On this one, you are 30 amp. So you have approximately 35 foot of cord. And when you're done with it, all it does is you just push it in and it calls up in a compartment on the inside. So here on the slides, one thing you want to look for is you just want to look at your seals on each side. Make sure they're not cracking and getting dry. If so, there's a spray that they make that you can get in the store. You just spray it on and it keeps them damp to where they don't crack and everything stays fine. Really, the only thing about a slide is the slide either needs to be all the way out or all the way in. That way your bulb seals on the inside and the outside are sealed and no rain's going in. So on the back side, you are backup camera ready. So if you decide to put a camera, You are pre-wired, everything's ready to go. It's up on top. This here is the vent for your stove. So if you're gonna cook, you come out here, you pull these two out. When you're done, you just push them back in, and it allows you to vent from the inside. This here is the back of your ice box. You do have a little hole sticking out here. This is the vent for your water. So if you do see some water coming out of here, that's perfectly okay. So you don't have to worry about it. Here's your hot water heater. This one is electric and gas. Right here, if you look underneath, this is the switch for your electric. So this is how you would turn it on and off for electric. This is your pressure release valve. And this is your anode rod. And this is also how you would take it off to drain the hot water heater. So this is what you want to, once or twice a year, you do want to check this, make sure it's got, if it's good and corroded, you want to go ahead and change it out. This is the exhaust for your heater. So when you're running your heater on the inside with the propane, this is where your exhaust is going to come out. So make sure no kids or anyone touches this. Don't set up a table or a chair, anything that could melt in front of it, because it gets really, really hot. This right here is where you're going to fill up your freshwater tank. So if you're going anywhere where there's no water or you're going dry camping, you would put your hose in here, fill this tank up, and I'll show you how to turn on the water pump on the inside, and this is where you'd hold your water. Now straight underneath this white line coming out here, there's a valve. Whatever water is left in your freshwater tank, that's how you would drain it. Just turn the valve and let it drain. You have 110 plugs here for anything that you might need outside. So underneath for your step light, if you can see, you do have a blue LED light strip that's on the bottom here. The switch is located on the left right when you walk in, and I'll show you when we get on the inside how to turn that on and off. With the Wildwoods, you do have two remotes that come with it. So with the first one is, this one you can control this whole camper pretty much with this remote. So what you want to do is turn it on. The lights are going to flash. Press and hold select until it stops. So right now you're set on main slide. You can run the slide in and out from the remote. You hit select, it'll go to awning. If you look up, you can run your awning all the way out and all the way in. Hit select again. Now you're on your front jacks. And if you hit select again, now you're on stabilizers, which would be your back jacks. Now that we're on jacks, you also have on the front and the back, located on the door side here, you can run your jacks up and down from the switch and not the remote. So you could do it either way. Now remember, these are just stabilizer jacks. You cannot pick up this camper with these jacks. So if you get in a spot that is off level, front to back, it's easy. You can use the tongue jack and you get yourself level. But if your spot's off left to right, bad enough to where, you know, you can feel it, you're gonna have to put blocks underneath the tires, roll it up on the blocks. Once you get it level, now you can put your stabilizer jacks down to stabilize the movement. On your remote, this top button, this light switch is actually your LED strip that's underneath your awning. Now, one thing about that is, on the inside, on your main panel, if you put the LED light on from there, you cannot work it from here, so it won't work. But if you keep it off there, now you can turn your light on from the remote. So remember, if it's on the inside, you can't turn it off and on from the remote. You turn it off on the inside, now you can use the remote. So this remote here will control the LED strip underneath your awning, and what it does is, you're gonna have two parts of this remote. The top is on and off. That's gonna control the color side of your lights, and the bottom is gonna control the white. So you can have them both on You could turn one off, have just white colors, or you can make it jump, flash, slow down, go fast, just like it's doing now, whatever you prefer. Starting off in the bedroom, on top of the bed, you have a light here, which is manual. The switch is here. The main light to the bedroom is on a switch on the wall. You have storage underneath the bed, which you can get to your outside compartment where I showed you from the outside. Here on your windows are your emergency exits. So if something happens to where you needed to get out the window, all you're gonna do is pull up on this handle, push out, and push out the screen and jump out. You have one on each side in the bedroom. On this side, you have a little door that goes down to the compartment, so you could put a clothes hamper, like for your dirty clothes or anything you need to get down. You could get to it from inside the camper. So in the bathroom, here's your GFI. So if any of your plugs don't work, this is where you would come and reset it. The shower door, before you leave or home or camping, make sure that this door is latched, because if it is not, swing it open and close, it can break and you're gonna have glass everywhere. So here is where your power vent's located. You're gonna turn the black handle, which is gonna open your vent. And on this side, you have the on and off, which will turn on the fan to vent anything out of your camper. Here we are in the living room. Right here, you're gonna have your thermostat that's gonna run your AC and your furnace. You're gonna have 3 settings. You can put it on auto, fan, high or low. Cool would be your AC, heat would be your furnace. So here, as you can see, you got plenty of storage. Love the rear kitchen. On the stove, all you're gonna do is pick what burner you want, and you're just gonna turn that. That's gonna spark and light your top. Now your oven is still the old school way. You're gonna have to put it on pilot, press and hold it. You're gonna light your pilot light at the bottom, hold it for 10 seconds, let it purge, let go. Now you're ready to bake. Make sure you turn it off so the pilot light turns back off. Here's your ice box. So this button here, that's simply your on and off. This right here is gonna tell you if you're running on auto or gas. So if once you're camping and you get there, put on a bottle. That way, run on auto if you hooked up. Electric's always gonna be first, so you run it on electric. If the electricity were to turn off for some reason while you're camping, this icebox will automatically switch to gas. If the electricity comes back on, it'll switch back to electricity. So if you're running with no electricity and you have food, you're gonna wanna press that button, put on a bottle, now you're running on just gas. On this model, you have the table, the boot dinette, which goes down to make a bed. You just pull this off, pull the legs, this will slide on. Pillows come in the middle to make the bed. Also, your sofa folds out from the bottom to make a jackknife sofa. Here we have your radio. Here's where you're gonna mount your TV. So you're gonna wanna go center of this. You can feel the back end of the wall. You're gonna have your RCA jacks, satellite cable 110, TV there. This here will be just your AM, FM radio. So you're gonna need to put you a DVD player, hook it up if you wanna watch movies. Straight down below, in this box is where your breakers and your fuses are. So everything's labeled or what it is. And on this side, what size they are. So the good thing about this one is if you walk by, as you can see, they have a little window. If they have a red light glowing, you open it, find that little red light that tells you exactly which fuse is burnt, pull it, and you're ready to go. Down here on the bottom, you're gonna have your propane sniffer. So that's gonna be wired directly to your battery. So as long as you have battery, that's gonna be running. One thing is they are sensitive. So one thing to remember, if you spray Lysol or Glade right on top of it, a lot of times that will make it go off. Here we have the monitor control panel on this unit. Here is how you're gonna control your slide. This will be your awning in and out. This button here is your water pump. You're going dry camping, you're gonna fill up your tank, put that on. This is your hot water heater. That's how you're gonna put it on gas. This right here is gonna be interior light. This is another one. Here is all your gauges. Your battery, your full, that's fresh water. That'll be your black, your gray, and your galley. I'd like to say congratulations on the purchase of your new Wildwood and welcome to the Primeaux family.